Welcome to the top 10 most anticipated and noteworthy comics for October 23rd, 2024. I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. This is never too early to start that pull list for next week. Before we dive into it, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor, which is Whatnot. So if you guys have never checked out Whatnot before, what are you waiting for? It's absolutely for free. I'm going to leave you a link in the description box below. You click on that link, you create your profile for the first time, and you win your first auction. You're going to get a $15 credit for whatever it is that you want to purchase. So whether it's comics, it's cards, it's Hot Wheel cars, freaking Lincoln Logs, Play-Doh, whatever it is that you buy on Whatnot, you're going to get that $15 credit. And it does help support the channel. So much appreciated, guys. Check out Whatnot today. All right, so here we go. Let's check out the book that's on the hot seat. And the book that's on the hot seat is Conquest 2099, Issue 2. Now, I thought Issue 1 was totally fine. Nothing wrong with it. We wind up getting to see Dracula, who winds up getting his world destroyed by a particular race, which I know who that is, but I don't want to spoil it. And it looks like he's going to wind up having to get revenge because they also practically killed his daughter as well. We've gotten to see all their different characters from the 2099 universe. It's been leading up to this. We've had a bunch of one-shots and stories, and I think it's okay, but I don't think it's that great. I've never been into the 2099 current universe, so hopefully it continues to get better. I'm going to try out the second issue, and then we'll see where it goes from there. 32 pages, $4. The next book we're talking about, which is on the rise, and this is going to be Nightwing issue 119, because Tom Taylor's no longer on this book, and maybe now we can finally get some character growth, story progression when it comes to the Nightwing character, right? When you read the description of this book, it seems like it's going to be a little bit more violent. There's going to be a lot more gangs and violence, and there's going to be things that Nightwing has to do in Bloodhaven to obviously save it. So I'm interested to see what the direction of this comic is going to go now. Legacy numbering 306. 32 pages. This one is $5. So now officially kicking off the top 10, we have at number 10, Detective Comics issue 1090. So it's kind of funny that this follows suit behind Nightwing, because now Tom Taylor is on Detective Comics instead of Nightwing. Is he going to change things up from what he did in Nightwing? Because in Nightwing, we had this long story arc basically on his entire run. And what's he going to do differently here with Batman? Well, it looks like he's going to deal something with Thomas and Martha Wayne and certain things that happen maybe with Batman's origin. I don't know if you want to go there. Things are just kind of creeping up that never crept up before from his past. So we'll see what Tom Taylor has in store for Batman, or I should say Detective Comics issue 1090. This book is 40 pages, and this one is $5. Next, coming in at number 9. At number 9, we have The Incredible Hulk. This is issue 18. Hulk must protect his friend Charlie. So what happened in the last issue, Banner betrayed the Hulk, leaving him a slave of the immortal, the eldest, right? And I think this might actually help Charlie in the long run to escape her prison of being in that porcelain doll. Where does it go from here? I don't know. I feel like this story is a decent story, but same thing. It kind of goes on for a long time, and you're just like, damn, I want to get there already. So this one is one away from legacy numbering 800. So we'll see what else they offer. 28 pages, $4. Coming in at number 8, we have Green Arrow issue 17. So this is an oversized anniversary issue that features the legacy numbering of 350. This is also Joshua Williamson's last issue on the book. So if you love Josh Williamson's run and you're not excited about the new run, this could be the last issue that you read of Green Arrow. For me, I hated when Green Arrow wasn't around, so no matter what, I'm probably going to stick with the book unless it's god-awful. This book is 40 pages, and this one is $5. Grabbing that number 7 spot, and I feel like we're going to get some really good comic books coming out here. We have Absolute Wonder Woman issue 1. I loved Absolute Batman. I know we're not going to get, you know, the same writer on here. I think we're getting Kelly Thompson on here, right? But we're going to see what she does with Wonder Woman, because she can pretty much do whatever she wants, right? And I think Kelly Thompson's a hot and cold writer. She's written a lot of stuff for Marvel. I still think she's trying to get her fitting in DC. So why not actually write a kind of like an Elseworlds Wonder Woman tale, right? So I'm excited about this one. We'll see. 48 pages, $5. Coming in at number 6, great mystery comic here. We got the Tin Can Society issue 2. This was an awesome story about a young bunch of kids that were friends. You kind of got to see, you know, glimpses of the past, and in the future, one of the kids winds up getting murdered, and that's how the book opened up in the last issue. And it was very gory, and it was very graphic, and this has instantly become like a murder mystery comic book, and we're thinking that maybe somebody in the group committed this murder. So very interesting, and it's also kind of like a superhero book at the same time. The direction of this comic book is very intriguing. This is a $4 comic. Top 5 now. Here we go. Number 5 goes to The Moon is Following issue 2. This is Daniel Warren Johnson's book. The first issue of this was so intriguing. However, in the beginning, it started off like an action movie. It thrusted you into this world, and you're like, oh my God, who are these characters? Is this the main character? Is that the main character? Who is this wizard? Who's this frog guy? You're trying to grasp at who all these people were. But then at the end of the comic book, it slowed down, and then you wind up getting to see those main characters, which is Sam and Duncan, husband and wife, and they're trying to save their daughter here, and she's in this coma, and they're in this weird like VR world or something like that. Very interesting tale. I can't wait to see what happens with issue 2. I have a feeling this comic book is going to get better as time goes along. 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 4. Second favorite Marvel hero right here. We got Iron Man issue 1. So we just ended the series with the whole Krakoa situation, and now Tony Stark is back. He's got his money back. Emma Frost helped him get his money back. Their last series where they had a relationship with each other was pretty cool. I don't know if we're going to get any of that going forward. Probably not, but this is a new and brutal era begins. So it looks like Roxxon and AIM are teaming up to take on Stark Unlimited. And are they ready for Tony Stark? We're going to have to see. He's going to build all kinds of weapons and new armor and all kinds of crazy stuff, which makes Iron Man badass. So hopefully it delivers here. It's 32 pages, and this one is $5. Top 3. Here we go. This is Void Rivals issue 13. It's a new story arc, and this book now is really heating things up. It's catching fire. It's cooking, baby. And this one has Pythona from Cobra Law in here. You know, from G.I. Joe the movie? Like, how is she connected to this whole thing? I do not know. My mind is blown. And I've known about this since the end of the last issue because they showed the preview of the next issue's cover, and she was on there. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how is she connected? I don't even know. And it doesn't even give you anything about the story whatsoever. So I'm so intrigued on this. And once again, Robert Kirkman continues to add new elements and twists and turns to this Energon universe and Void Rivals. So this one is 28 pages, and this one is $4. Coming in at number 2. And this I felt like a little bit of a break, maybe a month off or so. And we have Grommets. This is issue 5. This book is great. This is just my childhood, and that's why I love this book so much. As we get to see a bunch of skater kids who, skate for fun. They skip school. It's a coming of age book. They're getting their first kisses and their first crushes for the first time. And it looks like they were having this party at their friend's house, and it looks like the kids here, the older kids, the upperclassmen are going to take over the party house, right? I mean, that is absolutely insane. But you gotta love the cover here as we get to see, I forgot his name, I don't know if it's Rick or whatever it is, and he has this girl that he has this crush on, and it looks like she's going skinny dipping in the pool, and his face is just like the first time he's ever seen a naked girl. So I think that's freaking awesome. It's 32 pages, and that one is $4. All right, so remember, guys, after number 1, we are not done, as we always have the noteworthy comic books to talk about. This is the books where are not showcased in this top 10, but I still think you should know that they are coming out. So my number 1 most anticipated comic book for the 23rd goes to, of course, Rook Exodus issue 6. It's been a little while since we've had this book come out, and this is the end of the first story arc, and we're gonna have it. We're gonna have Rook go against Ursaw, who is the guy that's been capturing all of the Warden's masks, right? This has been a long time coming since this series has come out. The artwork here by Jason Fabok is absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to see after this issue where this whole thing goes. But this is probably my favorite book of the year. I would say this, Transformers, Ultimate Spider-Man, Grommets, like all those books are like my favorite books just off of the top of my head. Geiger's another one. Just great comic books this year, next level stuff, and I can't wait for this issue. All right, so here we go, those noteworthy comics, guys. First things first, we got Marvel Comics. We got X-Men issue 6. Then we have another X-Men on the Avengers team. This is the Avengers issue 19. Followed by X-Factor. This is issue 3. Then we have Spider-Boy issue 12. Now, just because it's on Noteworthy, don't let this detract you from picking these books up, because some of these books are actually really good. Spider-Boy is one of them. Then we have Scarlet Witch issue 5. Followed by Dazzler issue 2, so be prepared to sing in that one. Then we have another Spider book. We have Spider Society issue 3. We have a Venom War tie-in. We got Venom War Carnage. This is issue 3. Now we move on to DC Comics. Remember, we have Action Comics that's coming out weekly right now. It's at issue 1072. Then we have Superman issue 19. Followed by The Flash, All In. This is issue 14. Also, Harley Quinn, All In. This is issue 44. Then we have Zatanna, Bring Down the House, issue 5. Phenomenal series. This is the conclusion of that story. Then we have Power Girl, All In. This is issue 14. Then we have a book that could be a lot of fun. This is Green Lantern Dark. This is issue 1. Then, to get you in the mood for Halloween, we have DC Horror. This is issue 1. Next, we move on to the indie comics. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is issue 3, which is a great series. For a lot of people are digging the Power Fantasy, issue 3. And then they're liking Universal Monsters Frankenstein, issue 3, which I am one of those people. Then we have more scary books. We got Hello Darkness. This is issue 4. Then we have Moon Man. This is issue 5. Then we have Standstill, issue 3, which my comic shop is not carrying. And then if you're a fan of Army of the Darkness, we got Army of Darkness Forever. This is issue 13. So there you have it, guys. There are the top 10 and most noteworthy comic books for October 23rd, 2024. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this list, and if you love the content, always more content right here for you to click on. And as always, guys, remember, support the local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, read your comics so we can have great comic conversation. Guys, thank you so much.